Hello, guys. Happy weekend.
Hello.
Happy weekend. It's us again here. And we've just, for those who don't know us, we're the Three Musketeers, as I call ourselves. That's the name I think I gave to the three of us. We're
Yeah.
three moms. We're three moms. You're three mompreneurs. And today we're just coming to do a live, a topic. As you can see, we are talking about work smarter and not harder. But before I do that, I'm just going to introduce my friends so that we can start into this, because I think sometimes we have so much to discuss. So we just go in there. Now we have Betty, who is our coach, and she's also a mompreneur. She's a mom of two girls, and she's coming all the way from the UK, and she's originally from Kenya. Hi, Betty. Say hello to our viewers.
Hello. Hi. Good morning from the UK. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Betty. And then we have Priscilla. She's coming all the way from Victoria. I almost said she's coming all the way from South Australia. She's originally from Kenya, but living in Victoria. She's also a mom of two girls, and she's a mompreneur and also a teacher. And have been here with the little kids, because I think Betty, her kids are a bit older. Priscilla and I have a little kid. Our kids are a bit small, but we give it all. So we are here again to do this live. Priscilla, say hello to our viewers.
Hi, everyone.
And I'm Shiro, or to others, they call me Priscilla, just not to confuse the two of us. So I go by Shiro, and I'm coming all the way from Canberra. It's freezing here. It's freezing here. I think, Priscilla, you wrote to me in the morning when I put that it was -6. It was actually 7.5 degrees at 5 a.m., the coldest day in 39 years. The coldest day we had in 39 years here in Canberra. Yeah. So anyway, it's winter, and I am a mom of three girls. I am a mompreneur, and by day I am a business support officer. Now, today we are going to talk about this topic about work smarter and not harder. And a lot of us wonder when we say that, why we say not to work harder, because we are so used to working so hard. And we, especially those of us about kukua maju, sometimes we work so hard, killing our backs, using so much time between travel A to travel B to travel C because of our jobs. But today we are here to talk about how you can work smarter and not harder. So I'm going to put you, Betty, on the under the bus. Do you want to start for us on this topic?
Sure. Yes. I love this topic. I love it because when I look back from the time I started this business 6 years ago, this was actually the case for me, and you know what, if you look at so many of our people, let me talk about the diaspora people. This is exactly what we do. We've been programmed when we are coming from Kenya or Africa or whichever country you're coming from. We are already programmed that when you get here, do as many shifts. Actually, that's what we are told. Ukifika huko, usi waste time. Dive in. And there was a time I did a post that has really brought me a lot of business partners. And I was saying, by the day or by the night, you're a doctor or a lawyer or a business support like Shiro. Think of the career line, the career field that you are in, right? So I say, by the day you're a doctor or a lawyer or a teacher or whatever it is that you do, then by the night you become a cleaner, you become a carer, you become a live-in, you go and work and take care of somebody in their house. You become all those things. For me, I used to work in the bank. So by the day I was working in the bank, and as soon as I finish work in the afternoons or in the evening, I could become a delivery driver, because that is how we were programmed. Even now as we are speaking, most of our people are programmed like that. And let us be honest, people make money. Yeah, people do make money. But in exchange of your time and your freedom, in exchange of your family moments, creating those memories, in exchange of the time you're supposed to be resting, resetting, in exchange of, unfortunately, your health and to some extent your life. That is why sometimes you hear what mtu alikufa. Kwa nini? Alikuwa tu amechoka. We had a case here in the UK where somebody worked for I don't know how long it was for, but that guy ended up dead because he was not stopping. The money is there, but then in the long run, you realize I have wasted so much of my precious time with my family. I have wasted so much of the time I was supposed to be resetting and refocusing and catching up with everything else, my hobbies and stuff, because I have been working. But we always say there is a way out. And this is now me 6 years ago. I thought, hang on a second, kwa nini tukitoka home, hii maisha ya majuu hata haina kubreathe. It doesn't even have a 2 minutes breather. What is going on? And this is when I started looking for something that could still help me make that same amount of money, but with less time, less energy, less taking me away from my family, less taking me away from my hobbies and what I like to do the most. So where we are coming from when we talk about working smarter and not harder is we are not telling you to just do your 9 to 5 if the money is not enough. We are telling you that you can also dive into the online world or do something that can still help you make money, but not where you are killing yourself and spending all of your time. Yeah. And how do you do that? You take advantage, or rather you leverage the internet, the power of the internet, the power of social media. I've always said everybody who came and joined Facebook or YouTube or whatever, we all joined for one reason, entertainment. But I always say people need to understand that Facebooks and other social medias were created specifically for businesses. And I always say, if you're on Facebook or on Pinterest or TikTok, you might as well make your money. Yeah. Then when you come and join a program like ours, you're not only doing it just for the sake of doing it. You're not on marketplaces. You are in a community and in a program that provides you with a system, 24-hour system. And this system is the one that is now allowing us to work smarter. Because when you are working, you're in your 9 to 5, or you're having a walk with your children, or like Shiro, I've heard you say you're just coming back. She was out there, but because she's in this program, her business was still going on. The other day I was waking up, this Shiro here. Shiro, congratulations, you have a new business. She doesn't know. But the system went and did everything and closed the sale for her and closed the deals for her. She didn't know. Did she make the money? Absolutely. Did she have to meet a new business partner? Yes, she has. She has. But she was sleeping. She came back and she was like, oh my God, coach, you know what? I have been so busy with the kids. My mom went back to Kenya. It's just now me running around. And I'm like, calm down. Congratulations. You have a new business. And that's all I wanted to say. So it is all about how are you spending your 24 hours? Are you spending it 17 hours in work, or are you spending it 2-3 hours here and there and still doing other things and still making money? That is what we call smarter rather than harder. I have been there. I know both. I know how both feels. I always say my children used to call me grumpy mom. You're a grumpy mom, because I was always grumpy. I'm coming home, I'm stuck in the traffic jam. I have to go and pick them up from the nursery, come back. But now I know that even though right now I decide to do something else, like now I've been running around, I just came back home. I know that the system is still doing the business for me. That is what we talk about. If you're out there and you're thinking, how then can I convert my little time I have to having it do something for me money-wise, we are here to help you. So thank you.
Thanks, Betty. And you're right. It was amazing how you told, I woke up and I'm finding a message later. Congratulations. I'm like, what do you mean, coach? I didn't even know. It's because of the system we have. But it's true. A lot of us, especially people who are here in diaspora, when you left our home, so we come here because we have family, members that we've left back home that we want to help, but we also want to grow ourselves. We want to be able to afford houses. We want to afford to have, pay our bills, because the bills have become too expensive. But at the end of the day, is like we do. Oh, good night, love you. But then at the end of the day, we work so much that we don't even have time to enjoy that money that we're making. Hatuna wakati. We don't have much time to even enjoy because we keep making. But then at the end of the day, we are so burnt out that our bodies
Yeah.
are so, we even get so sick. We get sick so easily because our bodies can't handle it. We don't sleep enough. We are running from point A to point B because we won't have to make it for the other shift. And in fact, some people finish the morning shift, as you said, Betty, others in the evening, you're a cleaner, I'm a Uber driver. And then weekends, you're picking shift for something else. You're either doing some delivery like you used to do delivery, but it's because we need, we're trying to make our life better because bills are zilali. As we sleep, the bills are not sleeping. But as Betty said, we need to take action for ourselves. If you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, as she said, all the social media, even if you're entertaining people, think about how you can monetize that. How
Yeah.
can I make an extra income out of that? As much as social media is for us to keep in touch with each other, you can use it to make your life better. Instead of choosing, ukitoka job in the morning that, Priscilla is a teacher in the evening, aseme, oh, let me go and clean some houses or clean some offices for extra cash. No, that time, tell yourself, let me go sit in my house. Let me go and learn something else and do a business online. You are still working, but you're
True.
working at the comfort of your house. Just imagine those of us here in Australia, it's winter. I'm telling you, it is freezing. And then you're going out in those hours in that freezing weather. You could be sitting in your house in your warmth. And even if you're having blasting that aircon or that heater, you're not worried because you're making that extra income. So that is what about working smarter means. Instead of saying, let me go and do a different shift out there in the cold or even in the hot weather, let me go and do a side hustle or another business at the comfort of my home. That's what I would say about that. Priscilla, share with us some good good news
Tip.
about this.
You know what? As in, it's so funny because I was just, today is one of those days as well. In the past few weeks, I have been trying to work more than I usually work, which is now I've been trying to work 5 days a week. But this week, I was like, no, I'm not doing this. So today was one of those days where I just looked at my phone, because when you're a teacher, and sometimes if you do casual teaching like I do, where you don't commit to a particular school, when you like a relief teacher or a substitute teacher, you're called upon by different schools and you go there and you cover different classes to meet their needs. And I have an app for that. And today was one of those days where I looked at my app and I switched it, and it says it has a section where you can say unavailable. It has a section where you say unavailable, and that's exactly what I did. Where you just pull up your phone and you say set yourself as unavailable. And today was one of those days. I was like, no, tomorrow I'm not doing it. So I switched off my phone and we slept until 8:30. And then I didn't have to rush. I didn't have to rush the kids. And I just did school drop-offs at a leisurely pace. And then we came home, and then afterwards we went to the park and we unwinded a little bit with my daughter. And it's not like I stayed home and did housework work. We just stayed home and caught up, and I did a few things here and there. But the flexibility. So I was saying in my video earlier today, if I had not taken that step, if I had not taken that step 2.5 years ago when I started this digital business, where would I be? I would be doing 2, 3 jobs as well. Because as Betty, you have plainly explained it, here the work is there, the
Yeah.
jobs are there. But 2.5 years ago, I asked myself, is this what I want for myself? Do I want to be killing myself out here, working 24/7 at Yani? Nobody can see me because I am just working. And it's not like Kenya where at least you get some time off and you get to regroup. Here, you are never able to regroup if you never prioritize yourself. You're not able to do that. So I was actually saying this is a gratitude video. I am so grateful I took that action. 2.5 years ago, almost 3 now, almost 3 actually, and watch that webinar, because I know I was watching that webinar in June, July, because I remember my daughter was months old and it was cold, 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 cold. So it was winter. So it's where I'm almost coming up on 3 years now. If I had not done that for myself, I would not be the same person sitting here, because I prioritized myself. I decided, you know what, this is not going to be me and my story here abroad. I am just going to find another way to work. And as the recording said today, as our video today talks about, we are working smarter. We are not about working harder. And last week we talked about being resilient and being perseverance. We're not saying persevere through 3 or 4 shifts. For who, for
Truly.
why? We are saying find another way that you can leverage other things around you to earn. And so today I was looking back and I'm thinking, I'm so glad, because I am not repeating that same process of 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, where I am feeling now, what am I going to do with myself? Do I just keep booking extra shifts, working weekends? Now, in fact, even today, I received a remittance from my digital business, and it was no effort of mine. It was work that I had carried out, and then you just get paid, and it just comes to you in the most unusual times. So there I am, close to 4 figures coming into the bank, just sliding in on a day I've decided I'm not even working, which
Yeah.
was, if I had not even done that ages ago, where would I be today? Where would
Mm.
I'd be working that teaching job. Tomorrow is Saturday. In fact, maybe even tonight, because it's nighttime Friday, I'd be doing a carer job. I don't know where I'd be
Mm.
leaving my kids. And then tomorrow I'd be doing something else. But I was like, no, no, no. Mutu ajipende.
Mm.
Mm.
You think about yourself, because nobody out here is going to. And for
No.
me, that was what working smart was all about. It was about finding something that can work for me. And it wasn't finding, going and doing all the hard work myself, because in our community, we have mentorship provided. We
Yeah.
have training that is provided that you can access on this phone of yours wherever you are. Whether you get a break or you don't get a break, you go to the toilet. Me, there are times literally when I'm on the toilet is when I'm sitting down and replying to clients, and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, what does someone what? Because as a school teacher, I can't be picking up my phone in class or while I'm on yard duty. What if something happens to someone's child out there? What will I say? So depending on you and your job, the training is there, the mentorship is there,
Yeah.
and you have a community. For me, these ladies you're seeing, this is part of my community. These are people I can call up and say, hey, I'm trying to do 1, 2, 3. Can you help me do A, B, C, D? And they're there, they'll help me, they'll guide me, they'll direct me somewhere. You will also find a community. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, out if you're out here abroad, do take it from us. It is easier and better to work smarter, not harder. And it will not be today or tomorrow, but you will reap the benefits.
Truly.
Nothing, because nothing good comes easy. We say this is not a get rich quick scheme.
No.
When you start your digital business, you have to train, you have to orient yourself to figure out, all right, what is this? What do I have to do? What am I going to do with my business? What direction do I want to take it in? You have to do all that figuring out. And it doesn't
Yeah.
happen overnight, but you start to see the fruits of it. And for me, I can say today was one of those days where I am grateful. I worked smarter, not harder, and today I can say thank you Jesus that I did
Mm.
that. So thank you so much, ladies. I love this topic, and anyone who is out there, I'm urging you, come and check out what this program is about. If you're watching us on any of these pages, send us a quick message, ask us for more info. We usually offer a free webinar where you can watch for yourself to discover if this is something you'd be interested in doing. And then you reach out with your questions after that. So thanks, Shiro. I love this topic. It's really, really informative, and I've loved listening to you, Betty. You've really said some few choice words which I've admired. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Priscilla. And as Priscilla said, what mtu ni kujipenda. Aki, let us love
Yeah.
ourselves. Sometimes I find like we don't prioritize ourselves. We don't prioritize our health. We prioritize our jobs. We prioritize our employers. Yani, unajipata hata unaenda job. Saa zile uko mgonjwa. You just take painkillers. You persevere.
Yeah.
That is not the perseverance as Priscilla said we were talking about last week. We were talking
Yeah.
about persevere through your biashara. Yani, you've started this side
Yeah.
hustle for you. You go
Yeah.
through all the hurdles, but you know you're doing it for yourself. That is what
Yeah.
we're talking about. But most of the time, we don't prioritize ourselves. Let it be a mission. Make it a mission to prioritize ourselves. Prioritize me. Prioritize you. Because even when you're not okay, who are you going to take care of?
True. Yes.
You can't take care of your family. You can't take care of your kids. You can't take care of your, you can't even help your friends because you're run down.
Mm.
So let us think about working smarter and harder. And Priscilla and Betty have touched about our system and about our community. That is being smart because a lot of us, when you go, just imagine when you start a business right now, you have to go and find out how to make a website because you want to
Yeah.
reach people to come and to help you, people to get onto your page. You have to learn how to start on Facebook. How do I create a business page? How do I do advertising? Things like that. And then you have to manage your website. You have to keep paying for it. And then you have to always worry, about, is your website working or not? Things like that. And then you have to always be there in person to be able to take care of your system. Now, our business, as they touched about, we don't have to worry about that. We don't
Yeah.
have to worry about our website. Our website is the only thing you do a small part of your website, getting the domain that you want, and then they'll take care of the rest. They create the website for you, and we don't even have to worry about managing it. So we are all good. We are seated there comfortably knowing that our website is working. As Betty said, she called me the other day, Shiro, congratulations on your new business partner. I didn't even know. Hata sikuwa najua naongea juu ya nini. But that is what our system is all about. It is taking
Yeah.
care of your business even when you're sleeping. And then you have a mentor and a coach, as Priscilla said. The mentor and a coach is not there to do your business because remember, this business is yours. When you start a restaurant there, you're not expecting people to come and run it for you. You have to be hands-on. So same thing with your business. When you start the business, you do it yourself. Your mentor and your coach are there to guide you. When you hit that wall, hey, I've tried A, B, C, D. I still cannot get what I'm supposed to do here. That is when you reach to your mentor and your coach. They're there to guide you. But you do the work because you're the one to reap the benefits. But at the end of the day, you've worked smarter because you found a program whereby you don't have to do much. Your job is to just follow the training, do your part, and let the system do the rest for you. So, as we said, let us learn how to prioritize ourselves. Let us be smart in our choices. Because, as also we've seen these employments we have, one day somebody can wake up and decide, I am getting rid of this whole department. What do? You can't go begging because it's not your company. You can't go. They wouldn't mind that, you have kids to take care of, you have kids who are in school, you have bills to pay. No, they have a right to do what they want to do with their business. So even you prioritize yourself, start something for yourself, do it with one heart, knowing why are you doing it.
True.
And
Yes.
your tomorrow will come and be grateful for that. And nobody is coming to save you other than yourself. Other than yourself. So think about that when you're going to take that extra shift. Think about jumping online for as another shift. Like instead of that second, third, think about the online space. There is so much you can do online. Think about that and do it at the comfort of your home and with you being your own boss.
Yeah.
So, girls, I don't know if anyone has a parting shot for our viewers.
For me, it's just two things to say. And the first thing is working for your own business is hard. Don't get us wrong. You have to, you need that commitment, you need the patience, you need to focus. Yeah, it's hard. But also, working for a company 9 to 5 or night shift or all those other shifts that we take is also hard. So for me is choose your hard. Choose your
Mm.
hard in a wise way. Yeah. Because, and the second thing I was about to say is working smarter and working in this business is not just about you. This working smart, let me call it habit, it's also extended to your own children, to your own future generation. So you're not just going to work and then finishing and coming back home. If you get sick or if you leave work or if you retire, that's it. You will never hear from that company again. And that's why I'm saying choose your hard. Because for our
Mm.
business, when the time comes and you're thinking, oh, you know what, it's been real, I've made my money, I now want to retire and just relax, you can pass that empire on to your children. So, what have you done all the time while you are working smarter with our business? You have also made the foundation, and not just the foundation. You have secured a future for your future generation, for your children. So when they come in, they are not going to start from where you started.
Mm.
Yes, it's not like a job where they will have to come and interview and be seen whether they meet the criteria and stuff. They will come and continue from where you stopped. Were you at $20,000 per month for the rest of your life? That is where they will start. Were you at whatever rank you are at? That is where they are going to come and start. So choose your hard, and in everything you do, remember that it is not just about you. It's about your children and your future generation and anybody else who relies on you. So that's all I can say. And I always say faith over fear. Once you're ready to join, we are here to help you and we hope to see you on the other side. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Betty. And as you said, choose your heart. Be smart
Mm.
about your heart. Thanks for that. Priscilla, do you have a parting shot for our guests?
Yeah. For me, my parting shot was to tell people to empower themselves.
Mm.
Empower yourself so that you're not denying your own greatness. You know, you don't know where you could be in 2, 3, or 4 years from now if you started your own digital business. So empower yourself and do something for yourself that will take you to another level. So thank you.
Thanks so much, Priscilla. That is very big, by the way. Empower yourself. You matter. You always matter and you deserve the best that this world can do. So prioritize yourself, empower yourself, choose your hard and choose it smart. Don't do it the hard way, do it smart. So from us, it is a good night and good day and have yourself a lovely weekend. And until next time, thank you so much. And it's a good night from us.
Bye.
Bye.